Check two. What now? Welcome to STEM Research for a Monday, Indigenous Peoples Columbus Day. Welcome. My name is Mike Love, and you are in tune to Song Tracks Essential Music. We ride through some of the greatest songs ever recorded, but we take a different approach. We take it from the master tracks approach. We go into what we call the STEM tracks. So we'll get into the drums, we'll get into the hi-hats, bass, guitar, all of the rhythm tracks, strings, horns, etc., until we break it down all the way to the vocals. What's up to the stimulators? Shaggy Nice. Who else is here? T Goddess. Just Kev. Welcome back, sir. Miss Aima Neclusive. #1 NE fan for life. This song makes me want to slather shea butter all over. Yeah, our intro theme music. You gotta love it. Our intro theme, of course, Mr. Fingers. Available for you to listen to on all your streaming services. Mr. Fingers, Waves Against the Shore. That's our theme music. Columbus's Lost Self. Yeah, I know. The only Christopher we what? Is Wallace? What is the line? The only Christopher we acknowledge? No, it's not. I know a bunch of Chris's that I acknowledge. I know a bunch of people named Christopher. A bunch of Christophers that are really good people. Like, to be named Christopher, you know what I'm saying? Like, such a good boy name. Christopher. Like, who do you know Christopher? Maybe some Chris's out there that are like, questionable, but Christopher? That's a good boy. All right, so we're hanging out with two classic stems tonight. I thought I would kick the week off. I was either going to go in the indigenous direction. I was going to go in the Columbus direction and start the week out with Led Zeppelin. With Led Zeppelin, who definitely Columbus the gang of songs in their careers. But I said, no, let's start out with Michael and Janet because that'll bring the numbers, right? You can't go wrong when you go with Michael Jackson. You can't go wrong with Janet Jackson. You cannot. Some of the greatest numbers, some of the best numbers of this show when we're streaming, when we're doing numbers. And let's face it, it's a numbers game in life, right? If I start out the week with 5 people watching because I'm doing Led Zeppelin and Billy Squier, it's like, get out of here, bro. Nice concept, nice tie-in. I like it. So instead, the tie-in is what? This is the 35th anniversary. This year, 2021 is the 35th anniversary of the release of Janet Jackson's Control album. So let's take that title track and we'll run with that. And what about Thriller? We're 10 days away from Halloween. 20 days away from Halloween. I'm sorry. Today is the 11th. Halloween is the 31st. Get it right, boy. So I wanted it to be like an even number, right? Because if I did it tomorrow, it'd be 19, and that sucks. And I didn't want to wait until, the weekend before. It's like, let's get Thriller out of the way, bro. Get Thriller out of the way. All right? And Thriller is a great song. It's an absolutely great song, and it's a great song to break down. It was broken down on Twitter a few weeks ago by I can't remember the guy's name. As a matter of fact, I don't know his name, but he was doing STEM research, and everybody's doing that nowadays. And I'm not the first to say I'm not. I just call it. That's what I call it now, right? So when I see somebody soloing tracks and muting tracks, I call it STEM research, and you should too. Because guess what? Who else gave it a name? Yo, bro is doing STEM research. I don't know. That's what I call it, man. I don't care if you don't call it that, but I do. So, and it's to give it a name. So if I say I see someone doing STEM research, it's like what I'm talking about. At least the followers of the show know what we're talking about. So this guy was going through the vocals for Thriller, and he was soloing to show the lengths that Michael Jackson went through to have a great vocal performance on the song. And I said, betcha by golly, wow, I'm going to play that song on STEM Research soon because that's pretty cool. Michael Jackson did all of the lead and background vocals and the special effects. I mean, obviously he doesn't do Vincent Price's part because it's Vincent Price. Darkness falls across the land. You know, I mean, come on, it's classic. It's absolutely classic. Midnight Hour. I know. So, number one, any fan is such a Christian. That's the reason. She's not staying for Thriller. She's like, it's scary. No, it's really, you know, it's not the most. I mean, you know, come on. You guys know the video, right? You know the video. It's you know, filled with all kind of imagery. And, you know, some people don't like that imagery. You know what I'm saying? Some people are against the song. And number one, any fan is one of those people. So she is only staying for Control. So let me start the Control story. And when we go to Thriller, she'll be up out of here. Trauma, y'all. The video frightened me. I don't even view bodies at funerals. Yikes. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. A lot of people have an aversion to funerals. A lot of people, as they say, what's the saying with black people? I don't do funerals. Yikes, bro. Go pay some respects to the, you know, I'll pay respects in my head. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could do that with my family. I'm already an outcast as it is. How I look not showing up for funerals. Oh, you're not going to show up for the funeral? Oh, you too good for the family, huh? No, I'll come. And nowadays, at least in my family, all the last handful of funerals have all been memorials. Nobody. They're like, nah, we're not paying. Like, times are hard, man. Let's throw him or her in the cooker. Get those ashes, put them in an urn, and we're doing a memorial. And I can make jokes about that because I'm at peace. I'm at peace with my family's decisions with everyone. I heard that, man. All this carrying bodies out, you know. I'm not saying, like, if you do that, if your family does that, then that's great. And it does exist still. I've still gone to some funerals and had a viewing, walked by the casket, the whole you dig, right? Old school. But I'm seeing more and more memorial. Put him in an urn. Put him on the shelf. Sit Pops on the shelf. You can come say hi at any time. You can't do that, you know. How did I get into that? Not the cooker. Whatever they call it, man. The ash machine, man. I'm sorry. Y'all know I joke to keep from dying up in here. Mr. Majors, what up? I was so scared of that video as a kid. Yeah, and y'all were like kids too, right? Miss Aima, like, you're a fresh like 40, right? So that means you're like, I don't know, you were like 3 or 4 when that video dropped. So yeah, of course, bro. It's like Michael Jackson's on the screen. He looks like a werewolf. He didn't even tell the girl, like, I got something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm proposing to you. I got something to say. Oh, by the way, I'm a wolf. I think I already told my Diz and I told the story on when we were doing Chicago Famous. My video story. But I'll save that for Thriller, right? I'll say that for Thriller because I got to get her name. The girl in the Thriller video. I met her. And if you don't know the story, I'll tell it going into the Thriller, the song. Ola Ray. Oh my God. Just like one of the great moments of life. You ever have like a great moment where you're like, this is one of the great moments of my life. Like, you're there in the moment and you're like, this is definitely one of the great moments of my life. Me meeting Ola Ray is definitely, I'm putting it. All right, so anyway, Control. I hate the fact that Janet Jackson, let's jump right in the conversation, shall we? I hate the fact that they act like Janet Jackson's first 2 albums don't exist. I hate that because I liked You Can't Stand Another Chance. She was performing those joints on Bandstand, man. She was getting some run. Those first 2 Janet albums, Young Love, come on, man. Let's not act like those first two Janet albums didn't get burned, because they did. It was Janet Jackson. Come at me tonight. She has some new wave joints on the first one. Come on. I wonder, I don't even know if they're on streaming services. Like, that's how much hate. I was listening to an interview recently where Jimmy Jam was talking about Control. It was really Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, but Terry Lewis never has anything to say. It's all Jimmy Jam. And even the guy who was the interviewer and considers himself a true like a Janet Jackson stan, you know, he was like, yeah, those first two albums suck. And then there was Control. And I just be like, come on, bro. I hate when artists act like, you know, Jamie Foxx act like the album with, you blame it on the alcohol, is his first album, when, bro, you had a whole album called Peep This in the 1990s and a semi-hit that was rotating on the radio. They played it on GCI or Remember. But anyway, regardless, she was trying to get from, everybody knows the story. I don't have to retread it. It's all in the words of the song. When I was 17, I did what people told me. Something about my mother, let my mother mold me, right? She was trying to get from under their thumb. Her father, Joe Jackson, was her manager, and she was firing him. She was getting from under his thumb. She was her mama's baby. She's the youngest, right? She's the youngest Jackson. Or is it Randy? Is it Randy or her that's the youngest? Y'all tell me in the chat. Either way, Janet Jackson was trying to take control of her career, and she did. It was not her idea to hire Jam and Lewis. That was John McClane, not to be confused with, John McCain, not to be confused with John McClane from Die Hard. John McCain was a record rep, an A&R guy at A&M Records. Is it McCain or McClane? I got to look it up. I get them confused. I can't even get my own joke right. Anyway, Jam and Lewis obviously had been having a nice run of hits and had just come off of Human League. They had been doing, some incredible work with Alexander O'Neal, SOS Band. What's old girl's name? Sherelle. They had a nice run. So they were approached by John McClane like, hey, here's our roster. Who do you want to work with? And they saw Janet Jackson's name on the roster, and they're like, we want to work with Janet Jackson. Like, freaking Jackson. Like, who would turn that down? And the rest is history, as the saying goes, right? The rest is freaking history. 1986, the Control album drops. Boom. And it was very, very big black. It was very big black and Latin, because that's where her fan base was. And she had some white fans. But by the time they got around to the Control video and to film the Control video, which is a live version of Control, which I actually prefer. I like the video version of Control. There are 2 Janet Jackson videos, to me, actually 3, that kind of make the song for me. One is Control. I did not like Control before the video. The video version, the live version, is dope. When I Think of You, which is the video before Control, and Pleasure Principle, which is the last single from that album. Those songs, to me, help to make those records. When I Think of You was a #1 song. Control was top 5. And Pleasure Principle was top 5. But back to the video. The people showing up. So this is Janet Jackson in 86. So take your mind off of Janet Jackson as we know her now, who's, a global superstar. This is Janet Jackson with a couple of hit records under her belt, finally, and, some video play. So there's an open call for a Janet Jackson performance in Los Angeles, but they don't tell the people showing up for the video that it's not a concert. The people showing up for the Janet Jackson Control video actually think they're going to a Janet Jackson concert, when in reality she's going to lip sync Control 57 times on stage. And they're like, what is going on here? Now, again, this is early video. This is 86. Nowadays, you would just put an ad in the trades and say, filming Janet Jackson video, need bodies, blah, 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 pay you at scale or pay you nothing. And people would be like, I'm there, right? But in 86, you had to trick people. You had to trick people into thinking that it was a Janet Jackson concert for them to come to a video shoot. And then people are starting to get wild because the label reps at the concert. Now, again, this is 1986 Janet. Mostly black fans, mostly black and Latino fans, and a few whites scattered throughout. So at the video shoot, one of the guys from A&M Records is like, we need more white faces up front. Oh, the world hasn't changed in 35 years. The guy's like, we need more white faces up front in the seats, to make it look, I don't know, more palatable to MTV or wherever, to make this a pop record. So the director still not telling the people that this is a video shoot is like, they start slowly trying to get the white people up front without saying, we want more white people in the front of the audience. And then the audience catches on and they're ready to riot. They're ready to tear the place up. So the guy from A&M has to get on the microphone because now the director's like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. We're in L.A., right? There are a ton of black people here, and they may tear this place up. So the guy from A&M has to get on the mic and say, hey, look, I know this is kind of harsh. We just need a few more white faces up front. We're doing this video. If y'all don't mind, just exchanging seats with some brothers. Move back a couple of rows, get some white people. And the rest is history, man. A great video came out of it, a great performance. It was not recorded live in concert. It was recorded in the studio. This version that we are going to play of Control, however, is the album version. And it is really just I'd say the video version is just a punchier version of a punchier performance. It's the same everything, except when they go into the little breakdown and start playing What Have You Done For Me Lately, right? Other than that, it's the same song, same drums, same offbeat, on beat part. Why does that even go offbeat? I don't understand that. I don't understand the break in the song. But Control, bro, I mean, I was thinking about it as I was listening to the interview, the Jimmy Jam interview of the 35th anniversary of Control. And I was like, yeah, bro, Control, that's a good song. Like, that is a song that just really is about not just Janet Jackson. I mean, it's about Janet Jackson taking control of her life and her career, but it's super relatable for anybody that's coming of age and wants to get control of their life, right? Control. Shout out to Chris Tucker, who made it a thing in the movie Friday, right? He's saying, like, everybody could sing that note. Everybody. Control. And then do the little moves, right? So let's hop to it, right? As I was pushing the album, I would play Funny How Time Buys to sell it. Okay, he was working in retail. Janet was about as popular as Bunny the Barge at this point. Good point. I like that. That gives us perspective. Very good perspective as far as, like, yeah. Like, when Control dropped, it was like she wasn't no star. She was Janet Jackson. Like, she had, yeah, maybe she was above Bunny. Okay, she was above Bunny DeBarge. All right, that's a good placeholder though. That's a good placeholder. I would say she was above Bunny DeBarge, below Madonna, because Madonna was a star. But she she blew by everybody because she danced, and she was a Jackson. So she just brought all of that Jackson stuff that she had been doing her entire life to the forefront. You know, the performing, the dancing, the singing, everything. Just, it was like, oh snap, I got this. All she needed was the songs to match the talent, and once they did that, it was a wrap. So let's dive in, shall we? We'll start with the instrumental, as we always do on this show. We are going to the multi-STEM tracks for Control on STEM Research. DJ Kimmett, what up? Thank you for joining us, sir. My brother, the gym addict, what down? Little history lesson, you know we gotta do that. We must start out with the history lesson. It's not just about the music, it's the story behind the music as well. Alright, let's see what we got as far as tracks are concerned. Sing the song in your head, karaoke. I never heard that keyboard, because I'm too busy hearing the song. Alright, we have kick, we have a snare bounce, we have cymbals, we have a high bongo, a low bongo, hi-hat, percussion, a plethora of tracks from Jam and Lewis, a plethora, percussion, car, you just heard it. The car got its own track. Not mad at that. 48 tracks. Hey, car effect its own track. Cowbell, definitely more of that. More cowbell. Claps, snaps. The JX3P keyboard, Mirage bass, Mirage keyboard, break. Hey, love this. I never understood that breakdown. To this day, I hated playing this song in parties because it was offbeat, on beat. That's a Roland keyboard, a Roland synthesizer. OB8 horns and OB8 chords are the Oberheim keyboard. Oh, these are big time. These guys are big time, baby. No stone unturned in the studio with Jam and Lewis. They're big time at this point. All the big keyboards. There it is.
Give me a beat.
Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. Thought we was going into the nasty. Thought we had nasty stems on here as an extra. All right, let's break down the track, shall we? So we'll start with drums as we always do, and then we'll work our way to bass. These are all programmed drums, of course, programmed by more than likely Jimmy Jam, not even more than likely. He does most of the programming, and Terry Lewis plays the bass, but there's no bass on this song, so there's probably keyboard bass. But we'll get into who played what as we get into the song. Okay, so that's percussion. Let's throw this tom in there. I like the tambourine. Hi-hat. I like that. Nice sound. Cowbell. Take the kick out. Find the cursor. There we are. Say that. All right, so right now we have claps, snaps. Let's take the tambourine out. Small tom. Hi-hat, low bongo, high bongo. Snare and kick. Nice snare. Definitely a gated snare. Nice. I like the sound of that, though. Compressed, gated. Same difference, right? Come on with the cowbell. Y'all killing me. Let's take everything out but the cowbell, because guess what? We want more cowbell. Take the bongos out. Low bongo out. Hi-hat, percussion. Cowbell giving life tambourine. Nice percussion. I like it. It's moving. Track is moving, definitely. I love that roll on the percussion. Or is that the tambourine? That's the tambourine. No, it's the hi-hat. Sorry. Let's get up close with that. A rolling hat. Nice. Take the cowbell out. Let's get the claps and snaps. I love this wind up. Come on, Jammin' Lewis. Song went to #1 on the Black Urban chart. #5 on the pop chart. It was the fourth single from Control. Get the drums back in. All drum programming courtesy of Jammin' Lewis. Cowbell back in. Nice. Break these tracks down a bit. Little glitch there in the recording. Little glitchy recording. All right, let's take it back to the beginning of the track. Let us now get some bass. Let's get the Mirage bass. Start there, since we always go bass second. And let's just skip this little intro part, shall we? How about that? And let's go with the JX3P as well. Pretty much the hook of the song. All right, let's back it up because we're missing some horns here. So let's take it back to the beginning. Let's put those OB8 horns, those Oberheim horns in, shall we? There we go. So this is the rest of the song. Just these final pieces before we get to the vocals. The JX3P. Back to the bass. The JXP3, of course, is a rolling keyboard. Oh, there we go, the control. A very Freakazoids. Never realized that. Very Freakazoid-esque keyboard. So mid to late, not just mid 80s, right? Freakazoid 83. Very Freakazoid on the keys there. Don't. C-O-I-D-S. Freakazoid. They're like, Janet, you need a Freakazoid. You need a Freakazoid type of record, right? They're recording in 85. It's totally possible. That No Parking on the Dance Floor is what, 83, 84-ish? Shaka, what up? Big Papa Radio. No keys. Breakdown. Hop to it. That's the on-beat, off-beat breakdown part. We get to the vocals last on STEM research, so we're breaking down the tracks. The tracks that made Control a great song. A top 5 pop hit. And it's Freakazoid-esque Mirage bassline. Let's get some cowbell or something in there. Just drop that. This is the Now Control This breakdown, right, from the video. Now control this. They were going to riot on the video shoot. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? More white people to the front. What? I came here to see Janet Jackson. This is all just freestyle. It's freestyling on the keys. Let's go. To the bridge. DJ Infinite with the tier 1 sub. Thank you, sir. Oz Radio, Vintage Jam and Lewis. Absolutely. Shag Nice. Jerry Michaels, what up? Cowbell does mimic claps done on nerd music scene in movie. Wow. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, bro. I got to go back and watch Revenge of the Nerds now. Or maybe that was just a popular drum pattern. I'm sure that was a very popular cowbell pattern, right? Wow, that's hilarious. Literally pulling out Revenge of the Nerds. I mean, who doesn't know that scene in Revenge of the Nerds, right? When the nerds are like, we're a band now. We're new wave, bro. Incredible. All right, it is vocal time. Let's see what Janet Jackson has in store for us on the vocals. Let's solo her vocal tracks here. A lot going on, but no surprises. Sometimes on STEM research, we'll have unheard vocal takes. What was the song from Control that we had? No, that was Rhythm Nation. We were doing one of those songs, Escapade. We were doing Escapade, and there's a whole second version of Escapade. But this is, this is like one of the very first songs that they record in the Control sessions. So it's going to be, her vocal takes are going to be very precise because it's very important for everybody to get this right, because they're thinking, man, if the album goes gold, we're doing good. And the album ends up doing like 5 million copies sold, completely blows out what everybody expected it to be. When they turned the album into John McCain or John McClain, his name I can't remember. The A&M, the guy at A&M, he's like, this is a double platinum album, guaranteed. This is double platinum. Let me go to my Thriller notes. It's like, I'm sure his name is on here. Monty Moore also did. He produced Pleasure Principle, so that was a good thing as well. All right, let's get into Janet's vocals, shall we? Let's pull back the curtain.
This is a story about control. My control. Control of what I say, control of what I do. And this time I'm gonna do it my way. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do.
I like this.
Are we ready? I am.
This totally could like start a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys, let me know if you need this acapella for a mixtape. Like, it's totally, let's take it back.
This is a story about control.
Mm-hmm.
My control.
Yep.
Control of what I say, control of what I do.
There you go, coming of age mixtape.
And this time I'm gonna do it my way.
Oh, boom, right there.
I hope you enjoy this as much as I do.
I like that.
Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
I am. 'Cause it's all about control. And I've got lots of it.
Sampled overdubs. All right, let's move the cursor up. That was interesting.
When I was 17, I did what people told me.
Long story as told to Jam and Lewis.
I did what my father said and let my mother mold me.
Sing the song, y'all.
But that was long ago. I'm in control. Never gonna stop. Control. To get what I want. Control. I got to have a lot. Control. Now I'm all grown up.
They left her laughs in because sometimes they felt like that added to the just the spontaneity of the sound of the song. Jam and Lewis.
First time I fell in love, I didn't know what hit me.
James DeBarge story. Verse 2.
So young and so naive, I thought it would be easy.
But then I got pregnant.
But now I know I've got to take control. Now I've got a lot to control. To get what I want. Control. Never gonna stop. Control. Now I'm all grown up. Jam. Woo-hoo. Rebel. That's right.
She really had that baby,
I'm
huh?
on my own. I'll call my own shots.
Catherine's got the kid.
Thank you.
I'll tell that story afterwards.
Got my own mind.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make my own decisions. It
Like the background.
My life. I want to be the one in control.
Okay, so let's back it up. Let's get some background. She's killing her backgrounds. Again, this is a Jackson family member going out on her own. She's singing her own backgrounds, and these are stems of the harmony, the background harmony.
Decisions. My life.
Good harmony. Let's see what this reverb track sounds like.
I want to make my own decisions.
Fatten it up.
And it has to do with my life. I want to be the one in control.
Her mom and Reby said, well, We'll keep the baby.
So let me take you by the hand and lead you on this dance. Control is what I've got because I took a chance.
Sample.
I don't wanna rule the world, I just wanna run my life. Ooh. So make your life a little easier. When you get the chance, just take control. Ooh, ooh. Now I've got a lot. Ooh. Control. To get what I want. Ow. Control. I'm never gonna stop.
K Slay, what up?
Now I'm all grown up. Ooh. Free at last.
My girl. Tell her I said what up.
Out here on my own.
Blue Titan 219. What up, bro? Thank you for checking in.
Now control this. Control. That's right. Control. Career moves. Control. I do what's right for me. Control. And me wants to groove. Is that okay? Yeah! Ooh. Control.
This is the breakdown. To the bridge.
I got my own mind. Ooh, baby.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting this isn't on the main vocal track, which is this track, the lead vocal track.
Got my own mind. Wanna make my own decisions.
Okay, hold up, backgrounds. Hold up, harmony backs. Okay, let's take that out. It's giving us Michael a little bit.
Wanna make my own decisions.
Okay, and then you got the little reverb background. Let's do this high harmony.
Wanna make my own decisions.
She was in the studio with Mike. Let's be clear. Janet Jackson sang background on Off the Wall. So she's been around, man. Was it Thriller 2 or just Off the Wall?
Wanna make my own decisions. And it has to do with my life.
She saw Michael do those stacks.
I wanna be the one in control.
So she knows. She knows how to do it.
Hop to it. I'm in control, and I love it. That's right. Control. Now I've got a lot. Control. Now I'm all grown up. I'm in control. I'm in control. I'm in control. Don't make me lose it.
She has a 50-year-old daughter. Janet Jackson is only 50. So I'm 55, bro.
Give me a beat!
You mean like 30, right? 35 or 40 by now. I don't know. She was married in like 85 to James DeBarge. So that would make the kid around 35-ish. About as old as this album, if not a little younger. So the real story, according to real label executives who really worked at A&M Records, Janet Jackson really did. Now, there are some black urban legends that black folks know to be true. In Chicago, black folks know that Harold Washington was poisoned. It just is what it is. Harold Washington, of course, was the first black mayor of Chicago. You can't tell a black Chicagoan over the age of 40 that Harold Washington was not poisoned. You cannot. We not going for it. There are certain things that we believe are true, and the other thing is Janet Jackson had a baby in the 1980s and passed said baby on to Rebe and Catherine, her mother. And that is the truth. And that is per executives that worked for A&M Records through my very close sources with the music industry. One said source is on on the feed right now, and but that said, Janet Jackson still went on to have an incredible career. She just has a whole child, and that whole child was put on the sidelines because they were not going, like, her career was. It was like, do you have a baby or do you have a career? Like, if you look at, and that's unfortunate that she had to make that decision, or that type of decision was made. But, think about it. Most of these, look at Beyonce, look at Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson had a baby 50. Oh, when she had that baby, we clowned her so hard. It's Janet's first baby. I love when the press was like, it's Janet's first baby at 50. It's like, no, fam. No, it's not. She had a whole baby at 85. It is. And we know she did. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? You going to lie to us? You going to lie to the fans? I don't know how we knew. We just knew certain things. We just know, right? Certain things come out of the gate, and it is what it is. Let's go to the full screen of me, and let's take control off the screen. It is time for our first break. We are going to switch. We are going to switch the stems up. All of those of you who are scared of Thriller, now is your time to bounce. We thank you for coming and being a part of what we do here on STEM Research. Thank you so much. What else? What are we saying? Shout out to Uncle Frank Chaplin. See? So many people, so many people know. Oh my God, so many people know the truth. No one's ever asked her that. You not gonna ask Janet Jackson that in no damn interview. Number one, any fan, we love you. Simsei, thank you. I was told she was young and they had a lot riding on her career. It wasn't a good look, so they paid to keep it quiet. Dun, dun, dun. Look at the stimulators. We have so many knowledgeable people in the stimulators, man, that know about these types of things. Let's take a break. We'll let you guys talk about it. We'll be right back with the second stem of the night, which will be Thriller. Let's take a musical break, shall we? Step off, boy. Step off, boy. Let the dope girls rock. And excuse me while I dance. So there's a song. The first song that I remember sampling this is produced by Herbie Love from the what's the name of that album? Jazzma, Elliott Range. That Herbie Love album, the first album, the album that I got an attitude is on that album. The first place the Push It remix shows up is that album, the Herbie Love Bug and the Untouchables album. And there's a song on that album, which is my favorite song on that album. Swatch is in effect and hi-hat is in effect. Little bit is in effect. Antoinette, yes. The Showstoppers album. Oh, that was so hard to find that on CD. Like, that CD was so rare. Like, early eBay, like, you were paying $75 for that CD. Hands down. No question. Now you can probably find it for $20. But back then, the house that Herb built, Eastern. I love bringing Eastern 001 out of the backgrounds. He's chilling. He's chilling in the back, waiting to drop some knowledge. That is such a classic album. That is such a classic album. Nonstop is the name of the song. Let me find it on YouTube. I should have it on a Nonstop. Herbie Love. Swatches in effect. Keep them stepping. Oh my God. That's my favorite song. Let me make sure that we have sound on the YouTube. We're going to Thriller next. So let's make sure that the YouTube capture has sound. And the Behringer mixer. There we go. And let's see. Oh, let's click play. Let's click play on this. Just a break. Thriller next. This is an old man rap song. Absolutely. Excuse me while I dance. This is Sonny's on Broadway music right here. This is the first song that I remember sampling Joyous by Pleasure. As you can hear the music, they replayed it.
We ain't joking. We ain't joking. We
gonna play it to the hook, and then we'll get to Thriller. Thriller's coming up.
This dance floor has our name on it, and we're gonna spark your brain on it. So don't try to lay claim on it.
There's gonna be a blood stain on it. So hard. That's what the back of the album looks like.
In effect I am. Yo, can we do this? Of course we can.
Those drums are hard. Herb would sample like 7 songs.
Now
That was like 8 or 9 different songs. The bump the floor part is a song. The drums are saying loud I'm black and I'm proud. Man, Herbie Love Bug Azor does not get enough credit for being one of the great all-time producers of that hip-hop era. But he is going to get love on the Old Man Rap Show. So on the Old Man Rap Show, he will get love. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is on the screen right now, Mike and MFN Love. Mike and MFN Love on YouTube. The videos are now going to be on YouTube. The episodes, so if you missed any episodes of S.T.E.M Research, you can check them out on my YouTube channel. So in the last week, though, however, not all time, no all-time archives, not uploading the all-time archives. Still going to put that behind a paywall one day. You can subscribe, follow the page, do whatever you like. Subscribe, of course, to the YouTube channel. That's free, and it costs absolutely nothing, and you'll get to watch the shows without the comments. So I'll be reading the comments, of course, but the comments don't show up on the screen like they do on Twitch. It's just the recorded comment, the recorded show as it was recorded through OBS and Restream. All right, let's get into Thriller, shall we? Thriller Night. Okay, so first and foremost, about this version of Thriller, if you are a regular on S.T.E.M Research, and even if you're not, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We break down on this show master tracks or stems. Stems are basically the DNA, the building blocks of your favorite songs. All of the musical tracks all laid out. So sometimes those musical tracks are recorded, especially in the 70s and 80s. They were recorded on 8, 16, 24 track recorders. Sometimes, especially in the 1980s, they were using 24-track recordings, and then they were doubling up, doing overdubs on a second 24, sometimes connecting 24-track machines together, syncing them together to create 48 tracks. And then, of course, in the big studios, they had 48 tracks, and that was that. But in this case, with the Thriller stems that we're going to play, guess what? There's stuff missing. There's horns missing, and Vincent Price's laugh at the end, and the effects. And the reason that is something that I mentioned before in class, and we call this class because we're all learning. Master tracks and slave tracks. So that first 24 tracks is the master tracks. Sometimes those 24 recorded tracks were bounced down onto another 24, and they would then overdub or play new instruments, strings, some of the whatever instruments that weren't recorded in the first 24 tracks. A lot of times that's orchestra, strings, bass, guitar, drums, vocals, always recorded in the first take. Overdubs, horns, strings, usually overdubbed because of the largeness of the sections. So these Thriller tracks are master tracks, and some of these slave tracks are missing. So as you listen to Thriller and you're like, where are the horns, bro? Now you know they were in the slave tracks. these are not the slave tracks. So there's going to be some things missing, but as you listen, just vibe off anyway, because really this session is about Michael Jackson's vocals, and what he does vocally on Thriller is pretty much unlike anything he does on the rest of the entire album. It's incredible, absolute incredible. It's 2021, time to change that language. What are we talking about? What I miss? Slave and master? Okay. I don't know if that's what you mean. But yeah, that's just studio language, you know, like slave. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's what you're speaking of, like the term slave and master, and you know, we're triggered because of that. I'm not, because it's, you know, I don't know. It's just what it's called. You know, if we want to come up with another name, the first 24 and the second 24, then I'm just being a completist. So I'm calling it what it is, right? It is what it is. Slave tracks, master tracks, slave tracks. Like, I'm sure nobody was like, let's name this after the blacks. Like, but I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be that guy. I'm not going to be Dave Chappelle right here. I'm just here to play stems, bro. You know, I'm just here to play stems. So let's get into it, man. Thriller. All right. Let's I'm not trying to get canceled. Don't cancel me, please. Everybody come back. I'm not at Dave's level. Like, I can't afford to piss people off. I cannot afford to piss off any of my 36 listeners right now. At all. Like, nope. I'm not here to piss anybody off. So if I say anything that rubs anyone the wrong way, feel free to shoot me a whisper and let me know so I can correct it. All right, let's let me, there we go.
Rod Temperton's Starlight.
What's going on? Okay, hold on, let me. Okay, so hold up, let me so Starlight, I didn't tell you guys that story. So Starlight is the original name of Thriller. All right, if you know the history of the song, the song started out as Starlight, and it was actually recorded. And if you go on YouTube, I'm surprised they never put this on any of the reissues of Thriller, because they always put like demo tracks, demo versions of songs. So the original name of Thriller is Starlight, you know, and Michael Jackson is, again, go on YouTube. I'll play the song from Herbie Lovebug, but I'm not playing Starlight. I'm playing Thriller tonight. There's a whole song, like they demoed it and everything, but Quincy didn't really like it. It just didn't. It wasn't strong. It's the Starlight, you know. It was basically about the same thing. That the whole concept of the song is just, you know, you're out in the stars and the moonlight, and they're affecting you and making you dance. Whatever Rod Temperton wrote the song about, and the hook is just in the starlight. And it just didn't work. It didn't work for Quincy, and they're like, let's try it again. Let's go back. Let's take it back to the drawing board. And they went back to the drawing board a couple of times, and they came up with the word Thriller. And Rod didn't really like it. It didn't really move them. But, you know, again, they're looking for a word that kind of would stick. And they're like, well, let Michael go in the studio and, you know, sing it into the mic a few times and see what happens. And that's what they did. They went in the studio and Mike sang it, and it worked. And the rest, as they say, is history. So the musical selection that we are playing is from the Starlight sessions, but which is probably part of the reason the horns and everything weren't overdubbed. But all of the singing is there. So we'll get into the music. And there you have the partial story of the song Thriller. All right. Anybody else that knows the story can jump in the chat as well and chime in.
Rod Temperton's Starlight.
So again, you'll hear all the synthesizers playing the horn parts. You'll of course hear the bass line, which was synthesized, but there will be no horns. Peace to the chat. MFN salute, bro, love from NYC. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. London Michelle, thank you for joining us. DJ Kimmett, thank you. It's on an extended release CD set. What do you know? Is that an actual release or is it a bootleg? Because I was looking for it on an official release, like an official Sony Records release. I couldn't find a track listing. But I had a feeling it was out there. Like I was like, I know this exists on something, you know, not just in the hands of the Michael bootleggers, because Michael Jackson bootleggers are a crafty bunch. And froggy, whatever that means. Start up top, we got claps, drums and bass, Rhodes synth mix. Right. So these are demoed. Thriller time of the year. It's a thriller time of the year. Every Halloween thriller video. No horns. No Jerry Hay. Jerry Hay will not be getting credit on this read, unfortunately. You know Jerry Hay and the boys get it in. He's one of our favorite horn arrangers on S.T.E.M Research. Absolutely. Probably the top horn arranger. Without those big horns, the song sounds so simple. Very, very demo-ish. Like it, I do too. Like, it still got the groove. The horns add to it, right? Oh, breakdown. DJ DCR, thank you for stopping by, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Just did the monster walk, of course. Miss Aima, what is this you're saying? There's a lullaby version of Thriller? Need to hear that. Shoot me a link. The Gym Addict, what up? Everybody do the dance. It's iconic. The best breakdown ever. MFN got most of your heat off. BC. DJ Kimmett of the Lounge Lizards in the chat. Thank you, sir, for being here. Appreciate that. I play the bedtime music for my kids. They have Michael Jackson, Prince, Maroon 5. That's a music lover. Put some respect on Rod Temperton's demos? Absolutely. All right, there you go. Demoed. All right, let's start out with the drums. That is always a good place to start as we break down the tracks.
Rod Temperton's Starlight.
I like that. Bruce Switty, possibly. Unassisted. More cowbell, bro. All right, so Michael did some drum programming on this. Michael on the Lin M1 drum machine. Greg Fillinganes on Mini Move bass. Stem dance break. Love it. Do your thing, guys. Do your thing. Nice flange on the claps. Giving a little life. I was wondering where that flange sound was coming. Now I know. All right, the drums and the bass are together, so we're going to either live with the drums and bass or we're going to solo or mute them out, and that's what I did. So we can get into the different synthesizers that are mostly played by Greg Fillinganes and Michael Boddicker. DJ Paul Lopez, thank you for checking in. The CD is called Thriller Bonus Tracks. They tell a story of how they got Vincent Price to do his part. Okay. I'll check for that on Discogs. Thank you, DJ Circuit. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we got more synth. Double time on the claps. Clap. I like that. Oh, pipe organ? Sure. Absolutely. Give them some pipe. That's what. Never mind. Give them a little pipe organ. Take the synths out. Let's just give them Rhodes. Wait, one of these is acting as a guitar. Maybe there's a guitar mixed in there. There's definitely a guitar mixed in there. I'm like, what is going on? It says Rode Synths. You guys see that, right? Definitely some guitar in there. Okay. I'm like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Sometimes the stems, again, they're cramming it all the information and make your own stems. All right, let's back off this. Let's get the scary part. Let's get the scary. All right, we got to back that up. That's iconic. That's iconic. Let's start with that and some claps in my remix. You know, this is how I start off my remixes. You know, just some random keyboard line in the song, and then a clap, and then Vincent Price rap. Dimitri from Paris style, right? Shout out to Dimitri from Paris. Nice. Caught you off guard with that. And bring in some of the Rhodes guitars. Theremin, yes. You see it. That's the magical thing, right? Theremin. Oh, disc overload. Sorry about that, guys. Right at the end, too. Yeah, so the theremin is like this creepy instrument that that you don't actually touch. Like, you kind of make funny hand movements over it, and it plays. So it plays all of those weird, spooky sounds. As a matter of fact, it's in the beginning of Off the Wall. They use it on Off the Wall, and they use it obviously on Thriller as well, because they wanted something that sounded spooky. It's like the spookiest instrument ever recorded. Michael Jackson keeps coming back to it. I don't know why, because he wants a spooky sound on his record. Okay, so again, these vocals are Thriller take, not Starlight. So he will be singing Thriller. I did listen to the vocals. I did go through them. I checked. And there are a bunch of different takes because it's Michael Jackson. That's what Michael Jackson does. Wow. Look at all these vocals. Look at all of these. All of these are vocal tracks. Okay, so let's unmute all of these. Vocal take number 1, vocal take number 2, we'll leave that muted, and then we'll go back to it. Lead vocal take. All right, so let's just kind of move the cursor up here and get started with that, shall we? Okay, so the story is engineer Bruce Swiddian took a recorder home to record his dog, who is outside, to possibly get him sounds of him howling at the moon. Bruce Swittian's dog did not comply. There was no howling on the tape after he got it the next morning. So they came to the studio. Mike, my dog didn't howl at the moon. Mike's like, no problem. I got it. So Michael Jackson does all of the wolf noises in Thriller. There you go. Let's take it back. He clears his voice. No mistaking that sound now. Okay. He's getting ready.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, I see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is Thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. Thriller night, you're fighting for your life inside a killer tonight, girl.
All right, we're going to get into the stacks. Don't worry. We're going to get into the background stacks. Trust me.
You hear the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run. Ooh.
Background vocal take.
You feel the cold hand. I wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes and realize that this is imagination, yeah. But all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time, 'cause this is Thriller night. There ain't no second chance against the thing with 40 eyes, girl. Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Night creatures calling the dead start to walk in the masquerade.
Let me take this out.
There's no escaping the jaws of. There's no escape.
Okay. Computer's like, hold up, bro. Easy. All right, let's back that up a little bit. Let's take that again. But as you can hear, the vocals, and like I said, I'm gonna get into the breakdown of the vocal stack, especially like in the second hook, because he's killing it. He's absolutely killing the stack.
You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Killer thriller.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. To the main scene. Thank you.
Tonight, the dead start to walk in this masquerade.
Different take.
There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your life. They're out to get you. There's demons closing in on every side.
Alternate take.
They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial.
Take Mike
Now
out.
is the time.
Backgrounds only.
All through the night. Thriller night. Thriller night. Killer, chiller, thriller, here tonight.
that's the one. So that's the one that we are going to break down. All right. So the vocal stack goes as such: background, lead stack, lead, high, medium, and low. All right. So you have let's take this off. Okay. So you have a high background vocal stack.
Gala, 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 here tonight.
Okay. All right. We back it up again. We go to the background vocal lead basic. Okay. Let's take the high vocal out. And let's just do the basic.
Gala, 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 here tonight.
That's a note. Like, he hit that. It's Michael Jackson killing himself in the studio. All right, so now we have a low vocal and then a low there as well. Let's go down. There we go. Low.
Gala, 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 here tonight.
Okay, now we have the low stack. So, as such.
Gala, 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 here tonight.
Nice, nice. So now we have mid stack. And then I'm going to play them all again together so you can hear what all of this sounds like as one, because it's incredible. Like I said, I did not know how much work Michael Jackson put into this song until I heard this. Mid stack.
Gala, 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 here tonight.
That's where Janet Jackson gets her harmonies from this guy. All right, mid chorus stack. All right, let's bring them all back in, shall we? Let's do them all. Okay, let's see what all of that sounds like, and it's an incredible take. Michael Jackson's the vocal GOAT. Who knew? Like, who knew, bro? I didn't. Okay, all right, let's.
Gala, 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 here tonight. Thriller,
Crazy.
thriller night. Thriller, thriller night. Sheriff, gala, gala, ow!
Okay, so this is Michael again. Michael Jackson being a wolf. Kind of heat wave-ish. Absolutely. Absolutely heat wave-ish. Because Swittian's dog wasn't barking at the moon, so Michael Jackson. We never knew. Mike's so committed to the job. I love this. Michael should have did a cover of Mind Blowing Decisions, huh? Incredible. I'm sorry. The tears, bro. It's commitment. The levels of commitment. You can hear the other tracks bleeding into his vocal. He's like a hurt dog. like he's like a damaged, like a dog that's a wolf that's seen better days for sure. All right, we did not play a lot of the Michael Jackson verse because the backgrounds are so killer. So let's back up. Let's give you Michael's second verse in its full because there's so many takes. So it's hard for me to tell which take is the main take. So we'll go through the takes and we'll just bounce through.
It's close to midnight.
No, that's too far. That's like the song. All right, that's too far, bro.
Oh, slam.
There we go.
And realize there's nowhere left to run. Ooh. You feel the cold hand. I wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination. Yeah.
Let's take the background sound.
But all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time, 'cause this is thriller night. There ain't no second chance against the thing with the 40 eyes, girl. Woo-hoo.
That's the take right there.
You're fighting for your life inside of killer thriller. Night creatures calling, the dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your life. Ooh.
Come on, Mike.
They're out to get you. There's demons closing in on every side. They will possess you.
Might be
Unless
into
you
it,
change
bro.
that number on your dial.
Come on.
Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together, girl. All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller night. Girl, I can do you more than any ghost will ever dare try.
Wait, what? Mike lost his track on the vocal sheet and just made up words, bro. I mean, he's already talking about aliens, and I can see from the Stimulators chat that people are like, what? Stimulators is the name of our community.
All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller night. Girl, I can do you more than any ghost will ever dare try.
If you say so, Mike.
So let me hold you tight and Sheriff Killer, let me hold you tight.
Okay, the disc mistake. Let's back it up. We're pushing
So
through.
let me hold you tight
through.
and Sheriff Killer, here tonight. 'Cause this is thriller night.
He's going for it
Girl, I
now.
can do.
The voice is raw now. You hear it. You can hear the rawness, but the rawness in his voice from singing all those parts, you can hear it. Listen to it. Listen to how raw his voice is. Like all of those takes, but it's got a sort of timbre to it that it's kind of spicy. I like it. I like Mike sounding like this. Check it out. Let's back it up just a little bit more. Let's back it up one more time. I like his voice like this.
All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is
His voice is
thriller night.
toast.
Girl, I can do you more than any ghost will ever dare try.
I love that line.
So let me hold you tight and Sheriff Killer, here tonight. 'Cause this is
Voice gone.
thriller night.
Listen.
Girl, I can do you more than any ghost would ever dare try.
I gotta go to the lyrics on that one. Come on,
Girl,
Mike.
let me hold you tight and Sheriff Killer, ow!
Mike's gonna give you a hoo-hoo. He's gonna give you a man. He's gonna give you a
Girl, let me hold you
Love
tight
it.
and Sheriff Killer, ow!
more dog yells. I thought we had a track of. Oh no. Okay, so we got to go back to this track. The ad-lib track. We already did the dog. We're not doing the dog again, bro.
I'm gonna throw you tonight. Ooh, baby, I'm gonna throw you tonight. Oh, darling, I'm gonna throw you tonight.
This is 82,
Ooh,
Mike,
baby,
man.
I'm gonna throw you tonight. Ooh, baby. Ooh. Ah, baby, I'm gonna throw you tonight. Ooh, ma, I'm gonna throw you tonight.
Mike was talking about sex this whole time. Crazy.
I'm gonna throw you tonight.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna throw you tonight.
Michael Jackson songs are about the dance floor or sex.
Thriller night, baby. Ooh. Thriller.
Some bizarre sexual innuendo.
I'm gonna throw you tonight. I'm gonna throw you tonight.
Temperton. Starlight
I'm
time.
gonna throw you tonight. Ooh, baby. Oh, girl. Ooh. I'm gonna throw you tonight. Gonna throw you tonight. I'm gonna throw you tonight. Ooh.
Okay. All right. So we have Richard Pryor, Vincent Price, Richard Pryor. No difference. I don't know why when I hear Vincent Price, I think Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff, of course, did the voiceover on the original The Grinch Stole Christmas. I kind of wish Boris Karloff would have did this. I don't know why. But it's Vincent Price, so there's 3 different takes, so we got to listen to the difference in the takes, right? So the first take, very laid back.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
Should I leave the dogs in or no?
Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood.
All right, let's take the
And
dogs.
whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down
First take.
must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
So the first read, is literally a read. Sounds like he's reading from the paper. First go through.
The demons squeal in sheer delight.
You can see the glasses on his
they
nose.
spy,
You can
so
see
so right.
the glasses.
For
on
though
his
the groove is hard to beat, yet still you stand with frozen feet. You try to run, you try to scream, but no more son you'll scream.
So if you had Thriller 25, you got to hear this middle part that they cut out, and rightfully so. We didn't miss it. They just kind of brought up Michael's howling and his backgrounds, the ad-lib track. So it's more gonna get it tonight, and then it goes into the final part.
The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Okay, so that's take 1, Vincent. Good job. Could we get a little bit more? Could you give us a little bit more of the reason why we even brought you here, and give us a little bit more attitude? All right, so take 2.
Darkness falls across the land.
Okay.
The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood.
That line.
And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down
He's still reading.
must
reading.
stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Still not what we're looking for, but let's go to the second part. We're going to skip that whole second part because we don't know it. It didn't make the record, and it doesn't matter.
The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls
There we
from
go.
every tomb
Now we're
are
getting it.
closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller.
All right, that's closer. That's closer to where we're trying to get. We like that take. Vincent Price, we're paying you big money. Let's get it one more time. This time from the top of your head, without the sheet in front of you. All right? You're an actor. Act it out. Give us Vincent Price. And this is the take.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Verse 2.
The demons squeal in sheer delight. It's you they spy, so plump, so right. For though the groove is hard to beat, yet still you stand with frozen feet. You try to run, you try to scream, but no more sun you'll ever see. For evil reaches from the crypt to crush you in its icy grip.
All right, big finish. Big finish. Let's do it.
The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller.
Dot, 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 dot. Love it. That's it. That's the take. Laugh and get out of here, bro. That's it. We're done. Good job. So, no laugh. As I mentioned in the beginning, he was laughing at Michael down on all fours. Oh, man. Let me tell you guys. It has been my joy to bring you those stems. Michael Jackson, that singing was incredible. A little disappointing that we don't get to hear the horns, that we don't get to hear the dun 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 and the laugh at the end. But you know the laugh. You know it. You've heard it a million times. And, if you have the, the Thriller 25. No, it's Thriller 25. It was the other one before Thriller 25, because Thriller 25 was the one with the garbage remixes on it. But before that was the one, the reissue where they had the interviews with Quincy Jones and Rod Temperton, and these vocal takes, the entire vocal take. They didn't have all three of them, so that's why I wanted to play all three of them. So special editions, absolutely. Another great night on STEM Research. We are going to do our thank yous. Before we do our thank yous, though, we are going to let you know what we have in store tomorrow on STEM Research. Tomorrow is Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love and Billy Squires' The Big Beat. So, for my fans of rock and roll and just fans of music that want to hear some great stories about two incredible songs, one from the late 60s and one from 1980. You want to hear how these songs shaped hip-hop and how they just shaped rock and roll? I got stories. Billy Squire, one of the most sampled rock drum breaks in the history of hip-hop, from Here We Go to Roxanne, Roxanne. As a matter of fact, here's another story. Here's another DJ Kemet story. So they used to call Roxanne, Roxanne the Big Beat. He was in a group called Attack, DJ Kemet, who is or was on the feed. And I remember him saying to Speech or Todd Thomas, somebody said to somebody, give me the big beats. And they were backspinning and cutting up Roxanne, the breakdown in Roxanne. So the breakdown in Roxanne, I just have a random memory, and I remember crazy things like that. But the breakdown in Roxanne, where the educated rapper raps, is the big beat. So that's the second time the big beat showed up on Wax. The first time is when Jam Master Jay is cutting it up on Here We Go. More recently, it was used for 99 Problems by Jay-Z, and of course, a bunch of other records. It's been cut up a million times. So it's going to be a dope show. You don't want to miss it. Let me get ready to do my thank yous. At the end of every show, we thank the stimulators. The stimulators, as I said, are our chatters, our people in our chat. So I would like to thank you all for being here, and I do that individually. So I go down the list and I say hello to the people and the bots. Some people are people, some people are bots. You get a shout out regardless, because sometimes I don't know who's who. Academy Impossible. LP Greer, thank you. A10, thank you. Benjamin Tannehill, thank you. Big Papa Radio, thank you. Blue Song High 77, thank you. Commander Root, thank you. Cool Ass Bianca, that's a person, thank you. Cruelty, thank you. David Ben Gurion 1, thank you. DJ Jason Palmer, thank you. DJ Kemet, thank you. DJ Infinite, thank you. DJ Paul E. Lopez, thank you. DJ Ray CA, thank you. DJ Circuit, thank you. Dragoon Knight 5515, thank you. Droop Dog, thank you. Duke Grip, thank you. Eastern 001, thank you. Arabs, thank you. Elliot Range, thank you. Feet. Jasma 1269, Dre, thank you. Jerry Michaels, thank you. JME QT, thank you. King T7, thank you. Lady Bath Horry, thank you. Lil Dave 215, thank you. London Michelle, thank you. That's such a I'm not even on the thank you screen. What am I doing? Bro, get on the thank you screen. Thank you. All right. And what are we doing? Oh, there we go. All right. London Michelle, thank you. I'm in the middle of my thank yous, and we're not even on the thank you screen. Marcy writes, thank you. Mighty Love, a mighty love. I heard that on the radio yesterday. I was losing my mind. Sometimes they knock you on your feet. Mighty, 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 mighty. Another Sigma Studio classic. Mr. Majors, thank you. Miss Chris 7, thank you. Miss Aima, thank you. Miss Jatan, thank you. Nicklusive, thank you. Own 3D, thank you. Ray Llanos, thank you. Sarah Elna, thank you. Saralna. Spike Trap Clear, thank you. T Goddess 1. The Gym Addict, thank you. Tiz Cloud, thank you. And Virgo Pros, thank you all. Please check out the show. Also, a new show starting very soon on this channel on Saturday afternoons called The Old Man Rap Show. The Old Man Rap Show will be starting on the 30th of this month. That is a Saturday, and it will be every Saturday from noon Central to 3 p.m. Central. All right? I'm going back and I'm playing old classic rap songs that don't get played from 1979 to 1995. So from the beginning as I know it, 79 till 95. So classics, rarely heard classics, songs that don't get a lot of love. Where is the banner? There it is, The Old Man Rap Show. So make sure you bookmark that. Follow the page if you are checking us out for the first time. Please follow the page, subscribe if you like, and definitely we'll look for you on YouTube, because on YouTube is where all of these shows are right now. So, and that, of course, is right here. So, subscribe on YouTube at Mike MFN Love. All right. Who are we going to raid tonight? Who is available? Toby Geary. Okay. Mr. Reggae. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Let's see. Let's see. All right. So, massive reggae tunes. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, we can't. We can't. Okay, so we won't be rating him. All right. Some people don't have their settings. They're not set for raids. And that is unfortunate. So we will go to DJ Mello, who is set for raids. So DJ Mello will be playing, just as his name says, DJ Mello. So stop in, say hi, drop a couple of stimulator chat emotes, and bounce and go about your way. All right. Have yourself a good night. Class is dismissed.